Well, everybody loves a good TV series to get hooked on, so we've got one right here, the Thrillbilly Gourmet, with Kids in the Kitchen, and this is our third in the series.
That's right. I'm your regional reality show.
There you go.
There we go.
Absolutely. And now we've advanced to the part where they're not really helping you as much as telling you to like go over here and let me do this stuff in the kitchen.
Exactly. Well, this is Ricky, and Ricky's 13. And when he was little, like the last two little guys, you kind of cater things so that they can help you and get interested.
Right.
A couple years ago, he just started taking over. And so I'd let him experiment all the time. And this is a dish that he gave me the original. I made a couple little changes, but this is a dish that he came up with.
Wow.
And one of the things I like to do when I've got one that's actually going to hit the kitchen and start experimenting, you need to start cooking. All right, so start. When he's going to start experimenting is let them have choices over what they want to use.
Okay.
So I make these things available to him. These are ingredients you can use. You don't have to, but he can tailor it however he wants to.
Okay.
So like, for example, when I made one a little while ago, I used mushrooms, and I knew better than to put them out here. He wasn't going to touch them. So, yeah. But he has actually cooked for long enough to develop some serious skills. He understands the pan has to be hot. He understands
in fact, he was arguing with you over the temperature just before we were coming back on the show. It was like,
exactly.
Mom, no, I need to have the pan a little bit hotter for this part.
Right. Well, this is actually the base of just about 1,000 pasta dishes. And it goes back to where I like to do technique.
Okay.
And I like to teach children technique over recipe. What we have, basically, in any of these is a starch and a protein and a sauce with whatever vegetables you'd like to use.
Okay.
So we've duplicated that here. Our protein is the chicken breast, and then we have shortcutted on the sauce, and this is going to be the sauce. It's cream of mushroom soup.
Oh, I love that stuff. Is that not the most versatile stuff?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's magic in a can, folks.
It really is. We'll get the reduced sodium kind, so
Okay.
that you can control how much salt goes in.
Okay.
And then over here, we just have sour cream, and that's it. So Morgan, if you would work on that, mix it together. It takes a minute to mix together.
And sweetie, you love working in the kitchen, right? I mean, this is something you could maybe see yourself doing.
Yes, I do.
Ah, what is it about cooking that you find so intriguing? Just fun to make magic and put it all together?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think he really likes the creative part because he knows enough of the rules that you need in order to produce a dish. But as far as anything you might throw together, he doesn't know the rules and therefore doesn't know he's breaking them. But he comes up with some fabulous stuff.
Which maybe we wouldn't think of.
Right, but he has multiple times cooked supper for the family. And whatever he came up with, that's what we ate, and we liked it.
Ooh,
because he knows how to do it. So this is his vegetable base. Now, if you notice, mine has a lot more vegetable in it. But, you know, that's part of the control here. In this particular application, you don't have to have anything but the sauce and the chicken, and it bakes off. But I like to constantly offer whatever he might like to try, and believe it or not, he will try things, especially if he's been exposed to it.
Okay.
So the more he's offered and the more he's been given to play with, the more likely he will choose a greater variety of ingredients. For example, I cannot believe he put carrots in there. So I mean, that's kind of what we're after, is for them to have some power and control over it.
So he's branching out a bit with the carrots.
Right, right.
We use carrots, onions.
And he used carrots, onions, and celery.
Celery, and then what do we use on here?
Well, he can choose.
Okay.
Now, this is, I've got rosemary, I've got oregano, I've got dried thyme, just plain salt and pepper.
Okay.
A little oregano in it.
All right.
That's right. And again, he can, but does not have to. This dish is so delicious, no matter how you put it together, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that he is choosing what he's going to do.
And you're going to continue to develop this while we continue on with the show.
And I'm going to bring back another kid.
Ah,
Hallelujah.
you're going to swap them out,
I'm going to swap kids.
Actually, she's pregnant now just so that she can continue this.
No.
I love it.
Yeah. No.
All right,
right,
speaking
stick around.
of kids, we got our Student of the Week coming up next. Stay with us. We are back in the kitchen with the Thrillbilly Gourmet. It's kind of a revolving door around here. You've swapped kids again.
I do. Well, I borrow this one all the time. This is Lauren.
Kid number 4.
Yeah.
No,
How many kids do you have?
I have 4, and then I borrow 2 others on a regular basis, and I've got nieces and nephews that are at my house all the time.
Oh, well.
So between 4 and 10.
But this one's not yours.
She does not belong to
me.
me.
I saw you in the hall this morning. I thought, well, you've got to be her daughter because you guys look a lot alike.
Yes, yes. Well, that's kind of funny. Her mom says she doesn't know how I got her girls because her girls look like me. So
they just did the swap. That's all. It all comes out in the end, right?
Yep.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. So we're starting with chicken breast?
Yes. Now, we take all the little veggies that Ricky put together, and like I said, you can choose any that you like. You know, I have set proportions, but part of it is giving them the control on it. Letting them pick what they like. All right, Lauren, if you will combine these two for me, and we can actually get rid of our spatula now.
Is that going to go on this?
Yes, it's going to go on the chicken.
So should I arrange these?
Put them in the middle of the baking dish. And I've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees. And it takes about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on how fat and thick. And you can change, you can change the protein if you've got boneless or the bone is still in. It doesn't matter, whatever you like.
I'm always one of those people who overcooks their chicken.
Don't do that.
I know, but I'm just so paranoid. I know, I need to get one of those.
A matter of fact, I think even Lauren, not too long ago, we were doing barbecue, and I was talking about when we checking the doneness of meats with a meat thermometer, and you will look like a rock star because all of a sudden you've got all the magic.
Yeah,
and it's
what
awesome.
takes the guesswork out, and you don't have to. I kind of dissect my chicken before it's out. It's cut in so many pieces because I'm checking in the middle. That Alex is like, "Did you already cut my chicken?"
Okay, you go ahead and spoon it over there. Well, and the other thing about that is if you cut it to check doneness, you've let all the juices out of it, so it's going to dry it out.
I have dried chicken at my house. It just happens.
I'm going to bring you a meat thermometer. That's what you're going to get.
And then it'll just have the little poke holes.
That's right. You can poke it once.
There you go.
All right, now Lauren's mom was telling me about a pasta dish that she does, that she came up with. And tell me again, what were the ingredients that you use in there?
Garlic powder, onion powder, basil, and Italian seasoning.
Okay, and you mix them together?
Yeah.
And then she butters her noodles and tosses the seasonings on there. And she was saying, well, I'm not sure what I would do. I said, Lauren, you've already jump-started a dish. Do the exact same thing, but change out the seasonings. Add a can or two of tomato sauce, and use the little pork cutlets instead of chicken, and you've got an entirely different flavor profile, and it's based on the kinds of things that she already likes. All right, Morgan, can you toss that in the oven for me?
You better believe it.
Alrighty.
So it's a very thick sauce when you're putting it together, and you said some of that kind of bakes off a little bit?
Well, it'll soften.
Into the chicken?
Yeah, and then I like to put it on a bed of noodles, or you can use rice, or you can use, whatever you choose, and it will just run down through there. And
meat thermometers, back to that, they aren't expensive. I mean, it's just a little.
You can get a really good one for $25.
Yeah.
And it is so worth it.
But you can't use the one at home, because I did that, and Linda said, why does the thermometer smell like pork loin?
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
It
doesn't work. No.
There are places where you don't want to swap your thermometers. That's a good case.
Yeah.
That's
a really good
another
case.
segment on a whole different daytime. All right, so we're gonna cook the chicken. When we come back, we're gonna show you off the final dish that you've got prepared, which I'm so excited to try because it looks fantastic.
It smells good
You
too.
guys did a great job.
Aren't they awesome? I love having them in the kitchen.
I know.
Especially when they take over.
Yeah, and you can go hang out and watch a little TV.
That's right. That's right.
We're going to watch a performance here coming up.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about a new production that's coming out with music from Les Mis. Les Mis, don't we love that?
Oh, we
Good stuff.
do.
I know. Yeah.
Never seen it.
That's right. Well, this is one of the reasons why I love this dish so much, is because it's got this wonderful, homey, creamy flavor. Nothing.
For days like today.
Yes, and it is the perfect thing to do. So, to let you have a taste while you're still going to be allowed, because Ricky's ready to fight for the last of it. That's right. That good stuff, isn't it? Isn't that awesome?
Peppers give it
That little sweet punch. Yeah.
Tell them how they can find you.
On Facebook, I have a fan page under the Thrillbilly Gourmet. I'm also on YouTube under the Thrillbilly Gourmet. And I finally got the Thrillbilly Gourmet at either Yahoo or gmail.com. You can still use Dixie Mockingbird, but I finally remembered to go look at the others too.
And we'll have it on daytimetricities.com as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment.